Well, two New Jersey parents will have to foot the bill for their adult daughter's college tuition, even though she hasn't spoken to them in 2 years. 21-year-old Caitlin Arishi now lives with her grandparents. Her attorney claims she was kicked out of her house. Her divorced parents say that's not true, though a judge ruled either way. They have to pay. Joining us now to discuss, criminal defense attorney John Spilbor and former prosecutor David Schwartz. Nice to see both of you this morning.
Good to see you.
Why did this happen? I mean, why did the judge rule this way in the first place?
This is so clear-cut. I know a lot of people don't understand it, but in the state of New Jersey, where there's a divorce and there's a financial ability to pay, college is a necessity under a case known as Newberg. It is a necessity, and therefore the parents are obligated to pay part of that tuition.
So she's not 18, or she's not 16, she's not even living in the house. She's 21 years old. So as an adult, you can be forced to foot the bill for someone? She hasn't even talked to them in 2 years.
According to this judge in the state of New Jersey, even though the judge got it wrong, because part of the case that David cited, there are other factors that the judge could have taken into consideration. It's not automatic that when you have two divorced parents, you're forced to pay for your kid's college. The judge can take into consideration the relationship of the parties. In other words, since she's emancipated, since the daughter is emancipated, meaning not living under her parents' roof, not requiring her parents' care, the judge could have and should have ruled entirely the other way. Why the judge ruled this way? Mystery.
Absolutely the right decision under the law. The law is the law because it's the law. And certainly those are factors involved here. But she was thrown out of the house. There's a whole nother side of the story. And Temple University, great university.
Wait, that's the other thing.
And she's not going out to become a drug dealer.
That's the
she
other
wants
thing.
to go to college.
No, and fantastic. Good for her. Go get a loan like I did and go pay for college.
She wants to go to college.
The order in this court was that originally the parents were only going to have to pay for a state school, which is common. In New York, same thing. You only are obligated to pay for a state school education. She went to a much more expensive out-of-state or a much more expensive school, and now the judge is saying, tough parents, you have to pay more because of your daughter's choice that you had nothing to do with. Come on.
Jonna, that's not the law in the state of New Jersey. It has no, you don't have to go to a state school. No, that's not the law.
That was the law that the judge
There's another
down
case
to these
that occurred after the Newberg case, which basically says that the parents have to pay for any university a part thereof.
Well, the other side of the story, you mentioned there's another side of the story, which is why is she not living with them? Why was she kicked out of the house? Why was she gone? Why didn't she not have this communication with them? Does that come in? Does that matter to the judge at all?
It should have.
Well, it's certainly a factor, but the bottom line is she's living with the grandparents right now, and the parents don't want to pay for anything, and under the law, the children have to be part of this whole divorce. They're part of it.
The bottom line
is, what's in the best interest of the child?
When you're getting divorced, you do not want to be in a position where a judge is making your parenting decisions for you, because inevitably it's not going to work to your benefit. And this is one case in point.
It happens every day. Change the law.
But you don't have to do it. That parents should get along when you're getting divorced. Fight over the lawnmower. Don't fight over how you're going to parent your kid.
Perfect world.
I'm keeping my lawnmower. Dave, John, great to see you this morning. Go to our Facebook page and weigh in on this story on FF Weekend. What do you think about it? Coming up here on the show, remember